Chapter 20. You're the monster. Songqi did not refuse and raised his hand to slap him. With a loud slap, the latter was sent flying downstairs like a ragdoll. His guard was stunned for a moment. He did not expect Songqi to really make a move. He hurriedly leaped from the floor and chased after Sun Juan, catching him so that he would not fall and bleed. "Why did you choose to mess with me? All I wanted was something to eat," Songqi muttered and turned around to enter the room. "Someone, serve the dishes." Sun Juan's angry roar could be heard. "Old Song, how dare you hit me? Old Gu, go and capture him." "Young Master Sun, violence is forbidden in the New Moon brothel." An expressionless man in black stopped Sun Juan. "Damn it, why didn't you stop him from hitting me just now?" Sun Juan was furious. The latter was silent for a moment. Young Master Sun took the initiative to provoke him. "Moreover, it doesn't count if you let him hit you." "Ha ha ha." The guests present laughed when they heard this. At the same time, they were a little surprised. From the looks of it, the New Moon brothel was a little biased towards the seventh son of the Song family. What was going on? "You." Sung Xuan glared at the man in black. Thinking that whoever the New Moon brothel leaned on for support wasn't simple either, he held back his anger. "You're not being fair. I won't come again." "Up to you. Anyway, seventh young Master Song will be a VIP of our New Moon brothel in the future." The black-robed man did not care. "What? Old Song became a VIP? How did he do it? The VIPs of the New Moon brothel are only obtained by people with statuses. Moreover, there are only 10 of them in the entire Silken City, right? And the 10 basically don't even come to visit at all." Some people who knew the value of VIPs couldn't help but change their expressions. Even Sun Juan's expression darkened. Although the New Moon brothel was a brothel, it was also involved with people from all walks of life and even the mighty imperial court. The power behind it was not simple. Those who could be treated as VIPs at the New Moon brothel usually had something special about them. What right did Songqi have? Sun Juan gritted his teeth and left with a dark expression, preparing to go back and find out what was going on. The man in black sneered. "How could a mortal like you compare to someone who could be designated as a furnace by a disciple of the Yao Moon Palace?" In Crescent Moon's private room, Songqi's physique, which was dozens of times stronger than before, allowed him to hear the commotion outside through the crack in the door. "VIP." Puzzlement flashed in his eyes. "How did I become a VIP of the New Moon brothel for no reason? I heard that this is a privilege that only those who have been recognized have, and there are only very few of them. A top-notch place like the New Moon brothel could not be opened without a background. Therefore, the VIPs recognized by it were often high-ranking officials and nobles. He was a concubine's son. Logically speaking, he was not qualified at all." Confused, Songqi began to devour the food. In the backyard of the New Moon brothel, Mei Nian walked towards a rock garden. She then took out a jade pendant and pressed it against the air. In the next second, a distorted door appeared out of thin air. She opened it and walked into a completely different world inside. This was an underground cave. The ground was paved with jade and engraved with mysterious runes. It emitted wisps of will-o-wisp, making the light in the cave blurry. Mei Nian respectfully said from the entrance of the cave, "Monsieur, Songqi is here again. Ah, it has only been 1 day since he left. Can his body take height?" Zur Skoldvos was filled with surprise. "He is a young man. He recovers quickly. Anyway, he looks energetic and he doesn't feel feeble." Mei Nian teased. "It seems that Monsieur is lucky to have met a furnace with a strong physique." At the entrance of the cave, a person basking in snow-white light shirt walked out, looking spotless. Liu Ruxu's red lips parted slightly. "Looks like he probably has some special physique. Normal people shouldn't be able to recover so quickly. Moreover, I'm absorbing pure yang energy. Those with weak physiques won't be able to recover for the rest of their lives if they encounter that." "Perhaps so. Monsieur, you can take the opportunity to check while he is on the bed." Mei Nian nodded, then immediately sensed something. She said in shock, "Monsieur, you're already at the 4th level of qi refinement?" "Yes. Young Master Song's yang energy is very pure. It helped me break through the bottleneck stage and step into the Crescent Moon realm." Liu Ruxu smiled happily. Among the outer sect disciples, there were not many who had reached the 4th level of Qi refinement. Congratulations, Miss. Amidst Mei Niang's congratulations, she had mixed feelings. Back then at this age, she was only at the 2nd level of Qi refinement. The difference was indeed quite big. In just relying on external forces, I'll go see. This furnace has been very helpful to me. I'll seek more explanation later. Zur smiled and licked her lips, making her look especially tempting. A few minutes later, as Sanshi was busy eating, a fragrant breeze blew over. Sanshi was shocked. He looked up and saw Liu Ruxu, who looked like a fairy from the Moon Palace, in front of him. Her eyes were sparkling, as if there was spring water in them. It seemed to be filled with tenderness and sweetness, making people intoxicated. Her black hair cascaded down like a waterfall, part of it landing on her exquisite collarbones and full chest. Her smile was like a flower, cool yet charming. Young master, do you want to eat the food first or eat Zur? Sanshi sized up this calamity in disguise greedily. The other party's fairy-like temperament and irresistible temptation really had him under tight control. He grinned and hugged the softness that was her tightly. Feed me first, he said with a wicked smile. For some reason, when he touched this woman's body, Sanshi felt as if he was about to combust. His breathing could not help but quicken. Young master, you've eaten so much, are you still not full? Zur covered her mouth and laughed. Her slender hand picked up a piece of beef. With her red lips she bit it and boldly put it into Sanshi's mouth. Sanshi could not control himself anymore. He cursed himself for not being able to control himself, but at the same time, he thought to himself how fragrant she was. In the midst of the indescribable activity, the yang energy from Sanshi's body drifted into Liu Ruxu's body like smoke. Her eyes lit up because she could clearly sense that Sanshi's yang energy had become even more vigorous. What kind of physique is this? Why is it that the more yang energy I gather, the more vigorous it becomes? I've really picked up a treasure. Liu Ruxu was overjoyed. When Sanshi realized this, he was shocked. The desire in his eyes dissipated a little and he regained his composure. Zur, how did I become a VIP? Liu Ruxu, who was originally considering how to let Sanshi cultivate the furnace technique, said with a red face, I want young master to only belong to Zur. What do you mean? Sanshi did not understand. You brothel girls can still choose which guests you want to serve. That person, Zur, is not an ordinary prostitute. Liu Ruxu punched Sanshi's chest. Suddenly, her expression turned serious and she regained her cold and aloof demeanor. Young master, do you think there are immortals in this world? Yes. Sanshi nodded. Zur has a chance to become immortal now and has given it to you too, young master. That's why young master became a VIP and received special treatment. Liu Ruxu pushed Sanshi away. Moonlight bloomed on her body and her beautiful hair fluttered even though there was no wind. She clasped her hands in front of her and formed a seal. A cool breeze swirled under her dainty feet and she actually started to float in the air. Sanshi's eyes lit up. You can actually fly. Could it be that you're not a human, but a demoness, a vixen, a siren? Sanshi was a little afraid. Was this woman going to reveal her true intentions and immediately open her bloody mouth to eat him? Frowns appeared on her forehead and Liu Ruxu's extraordinary temperament was instantly destroyed. She rolled her eyes at Song. You're the demon. I am a cultivator, immortal cultivator. Read latest chapters at Wuxia World, site only. Sanshi was stunned. He originally thought that Liu Ruxu was some vixen, siren, or a kind of demon. That was why she had absorbed his yang energy. He had initially planned to wait until he was strong enough to let the other party reveal herself before killing her in one strike. Now, it seemed that this was not the case. Instead, she was a cultivator. He started to consider sleeping with her first before squeezing out her value.